Can I say that? Can I cuss in this?
Yeah.
I wonder why the UN didn't hire me. I'm right there watching this, like, dodged a bullet with that one. Yo, rule the day! Anyway, so. I'm Taryn Delanie Smith. You know who I am. No, you don't. Be real, no, you don't. That's okay, you're about to. I'm a creator and comedian, and I'm chatting today with Mashable. So my first TikTok I ever put out there was because my mom told me to make a TikTok. And, you know, at the time I was working this awful job. I was a receptionist and I hated my job deeply. I was getting my master's in international communications and with a focus on human rights. So my dream job at the time, I really wanted to be a diplomat. I knew I wanted to help people, so I was like, okay, I want to work for the UN. That's what I want to do. And God damn it, they wouldn't hire me. I could not get a job in government work to save my life. I mean, I applied, all while working this job that I really didn't like. And I even at one point was cleaning houses. I waitressed. I often just felt like I was waiting for something amazing to happen to me. And I knew it would. And so my mom was like, make a TikTok, you're so funny. Funny, I made a video, a tester video, because I didn't know how to use the app, and I got like 2 views. One of them was my mom. And then I was like, hell yeah. And then I made another video, because my mom was like, you're funny, like be funny. So I made another video, and it was about my really bad apartment on the Upper East Side, and I did this character where I was like, what it's like to live on the Upper East Side when you're not a squillionaire like your neighbors. And which my mom thought was uproariously funny. I was so glad that she loved it. I actually closed the app and like planned to delete my account and everything after that, because I felt like I'd fulfilled the thing my mom wanted me to do. And then the next morning after posting that, I was walking to work, and I'll never forget, I was actually walking down 5th Avenue, not far from here, and my then boyfriend, now husband, called me, and he said, Taryn, did you make a TikTok? And I said, oh yeah, I did actually. Why? And he said that somebody from high school that he hadn't talked to in years sent him a screenshot and said, is this your girlfriend? And he said, do you know how many views that video you posted has? And I said, oh my God, does it have like 1,000? He said it has 20 million views. And that number didn't even compute for me. So I went and I reopened the account. I figured out how to log back into it. And my life kind of changed overnight after that. And I went to my work and like somebody yelled at me. And I was like, I'm quitting. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and be famous. See you later. And so to see people having so much discourse about my looks, you know, people that are just angry, they're like, why do these transplants come to New York and then complain about their apartments? I was like, I just was making a little funny jokey. I was making a funny little silly. What did I do? I was being a natural born silly goose. I don't know if I could take this. So yeah, I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do. I remember thinking this is a fun, small thing that happened to me, but I certainly did not think that that was gonna be the beginning of my career, which it was. Is there anything on the internet that I think should be remembered forever? Do you guys remember chocolate rain?
Chocolate rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain.
And I don't feel the pain. Chocolate rain. What happened to that man? Is he all right? Is he a music producer now? I love Chuck. I think about the YouTube videos from like when I was sitting on a desktop computer after school. And honestly, that's some of the internet gold. I actually got to work with Liza Koshy on a project for Supergoop. We got to do a commercial together for Sephora and Supergoop. Liza is one of the loveliest, warmest, most professional people. Getting to meet her, and I remember when I was like, you know, 13 or 14, she's not that much older than me, so she was also a kid. She was one of the first internet personalities I think that I ever cared about or had a parasocial relationship with. So it was a full circle moment to end up in the makeup chair chatting with Liza and her saying that she loves my stuff. I said, buddy, I love your stuff. You know what I mean? That was really, really cool. So she is somebody who I think of when I think about things that I'm glad the internet will encapsulate forever. Her beautiful career, you know, I've loved watching her rise. And I love that she started on the internet writing her own stuff. It's really exciting for me to watch. And she deserves all her flowers. Go Liza, go. What do I think the internet will look like in 10 years? It'll just be an AI version of me that's more appropriate.